Hello, I'm Emily, and today I'm going to be showing you 9 cute starter base designs, starting with this little mushroom hut. Now, this one might be a little more difficult for a starter base, but you don't have to use wool and concrete for the roof. You could use cherry planks with pale oak planks. You could use just wool. You could use just concrete, depending on what resources are most readily available to you, and you don't have to decorate it. I just did because it looks cuter. Next up, we have this little cottage. This is probably my favorite out of all the designs I'm going to be showing you today. I really like the moss roof, and it's got a little path, and you don't have to add the path and the flowers. And this one, it is a little bit more difficult because you need moss for the roof, but you don't have to make the roof out of moss, and you could use different wood types depending on what biome you spawn in. Next up, we have this weeping willow tree, which this is the only one I did an interior for. You come around here and climb this ladder to get in, and then it's pretty basic on the inside. We've just got a bed, storage, kitchen area. So yeah, this one's really cute, and you can use whatever wood and leaves are most accessible to you, because this is supposed to be a starter base, so it's relatively easy to make. Next one, we have this little cottage with a watermelon roof. I got this idea from LD Shadow Lady, making a cottage with a pumpkin roof, but I prefer the color green to the color orange, so I made a melon roof, and also I didn't want to copy her. This one's a little bit more difficult, but you don't have to use melons and moss and bamboo for the stem. You can use whatever green blocks are available to you, and the base doesn't have to be spruce. I just did that because I think it looks best. Next up is a basket of apples. Oops, I hit the microphone. Sorry about that if you could hear it. So this is a basket of apples, like I said. It doesn't have to be this particular wood type. It can be whatever is most available. And the apples don't have to be terracotta, concrete, and wool. They could just be wool, just be terracotta, or just be concrete, depending on what's easiest. And then next up is this little pumpkin. It's pretty small compared to the other ones, but it's really cute. And this one is a bit harder for a starter base because it does need a lot of orange blocks, but really any orange blocks will work. It doesn't have to be specifically pumpkin, honeycomb, honey, orange concrete powder. It can be whatever orange blocks are easiest. And then this one's a little campsite. This one I probably should have waited for the next update to do, because in the next update we're getting wool stairs and slabs, but I wanted to post this, so I couldn't wait for that. And so this one's really cute. It's got a bed, it's got storage, it's got crafting table and furnace, and it's got a fire and these little logs around the fire, which is really cute. One second, let me set the time today. Okay. Let me just reset the time real quick. Okay. One second, sorry about that. Okay, now that it's daytime, we can go on to the next one, which this one is a bowl of snakes. I got the idea from Snake Discovery merch, honestly, but it's not the same as their merch. The bowl is a different color, and there are different snakes, and this snake is my favorite. I think this one is really cute, but if you're afraid of snakes, you might not think it's cute. Anyway, this snake is my favorite because she looks like one of my snakes, my female corn snake, Miss Hiss, who you might have seen if you watch my reptile videos. And you've got your chopsticks. This one looks kind of like a hognose snake, except it's kind of hard to do the upturned nose thing in Minecraft. And then this one's escaping. Honestly, with this one, I don't know how you would go about getting in. You might go in through the roof, you might put a door around back, I'm not sure. And then the last one is basically a glorified rock. It's a rock. I really like the little leaves on it, and my favorite detail with this one is the waterfall. So this one is probably the easiest to get because it just requires stone and cobblestone. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!